We welcome you to the session 5 of Banking Insights Unplugged today. This series has been started by Institute of Professional Banking so that more of the general public, the students, the bankers should know what exactly are the insights in the banking industry. So today's LinkedIn Live topic is all about building a career in BFSI talent acquisition. बिल्डिंग अ करियर इन BFSI, अगर आप बैंकिंग फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज में टैलेंट एक्विजिशन में जाना चाहते हैं, सो दिस session is all about that. So if you can hear me, see me, kindly write L and C loud and clear in the chat box. L and C in the chat box. So this session. So if you can hear me, see me, kindly click L and C. Thank you, Satya. Thank you, Vaishali. Yogita, CA Harleen, Rajendra Singh. Thank you, everyone, for confirming that I am loud and clear in this session. So now I request you to kindly write down your city and state name so that we know आप कहाँ से जुड़े हुए हैं. Your city and state name. So if you are from Kanpur, you can write Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. If you are from Aurangabad, you can write Aurangabad, Maharashtra. So your city and then your state name. फरीदाबाद हरियाणा से हैं दीपक, शिखा हैं मध्य प्रदेश से, वैशाली हरियाणा से, नागपुर वेस्ट बंगाल, उड़ीसा सहारनपुर, गोपालगंज बिहार, मुजफ्फरनगर उत्तर प्रदेश. So across all India we have people from Hoshiarpur, Punjab, Pune, Maharashtra, Jalalabad, बहरामपुर उड़ीसा से हैं, गंगानगर से हैं राजस्थान में, हिसार हरियाणा से हैं मीनू, वेस्ट बंगाल से हैं ऐश्वर्या, बारामती महाराष्ट्र से है आकांक्षा, नाइस, पठानकोट, right. Thank you everyone for writing from where you have joined, and I am loud and clear now. So we can start the session. सिरसा हरियाणा से है काजल. So to address today's topic, building a career in BFSI talent acquisition, we have with us Mr. Abhishek Sharma. He is Deputy Vice President Talent Acquisition with Kotak Mahindra Bank. He has done MBA, then LLB, and then PG diploma from Symbiosis also. He started his career as a senior executive HR with Poonawalla FinCorp, and then he was regional HR with Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services, and then he joined Equitas Small Finance Bank as assistant vice president, and now he is working with Kotak Mahindra Bank since March 2020, and now he is Deputy Vice President Talent Acquisition. So we welcome you, Abhishek sir, on our LinkedIn Live talk, building a career in BFSI talent acquisition. I welcome all the audience here. Right. So we welcome you, sir, Abhishek Sharma, sir, who is the Deputy Vice President Talent Acquisition with Kotak Mahindra Bank. Sir,
Thank you so much for the detailed introduction, Kushanwani, and I'm grateful, to be with you here in this session and having an opportunity to interact with larger audience, that too from across different geographies, right? So thank you so much.
thank you, sir. We welcome you, sir. Sir, I'll start with can you take us back to the start of your journey in talent acquisition when you started with Poonawalla FinCorp and why you choose this HR and recruitment and that too in BFSI sector?
So I would like to describe now probably this entire journey with one thought. So, sir, no, I always believe no that uh, your first job is to discover yourself. You have to find the real you. So there is whenever we complete with our this thing college. So I'm giving you a background. From a fresh college pass out. When you enter into the real world, coming out of the college, you come with that kind of mindset where you have lot many dreams, a lot many goals you carry, and the moment you pass out your college and you enter into the real world. So the first need, which is there, so that is that you have to discover real side of you. So when I did with my MBA in 2008, and I started my professional journey, and that was the time there were a lot many people in my life, my lot many friends who used to advise that you should start your journey with this industry, or probably this is the domain you should go with. So looking at my traits and the kind of goals I was carrying. So I come from a family, wherein there are lot many bankers. My uncle, he has been a veteran banker. He got retired from State Bank of India. So there's another uncle of mine, who was been with Canada Bank for so long. So you can say that I had that DNA. I always aspired to get into this financial industry. So those thoughts were there. And if I talk about my domain, so I find myself, probably a kind of person who used to uh, get into the people psychology, and uh, create relations, and those traits were there, which actually gave me this thought that yes, I should choose HR as my profession, right? So, and fortunately, my journey with Poonawalla FinCorp started in that manner, that over a period of time I developed more interest, right? I could understand more about this industry, and then I realized, that yes, I took a right decision. I started my career with the right industry, because as on date, if just have an idea of the Indian economy, our economy uh, stands close to 4.2 trillion crore, right? And let me tell you, the contribution, this BFSI industry or banking industry is making towards our economy stands close to 7.7%. So just imagine the kind of contribution this industry is making towards our economy, and across globe also. BFSI industry is one such industry which is still rising, right? Which is still evolving, and no economy can survive without banking sector, of course. So that thought was there, and after getting to know about IPB, when people like you also got into this profession. So now I think I can correlate the number of bankers you people are creating every year. So trust me, it's a massive industry and rising on such an exponential pace every year. So there's a huge scope for every person of why you should join banking industry.
Right. So it was your uncle's shadowing you, and then you can understand that there is a larger scope, and your traits basically meeting people, and you can very well understand the psychology of the candidates. It helped you make this decision, sir. But still, आपको पहली जॉब पूना वाला फिनकॉर्प में कैसे मिली? You were campus interviewed, or you went there? मतलब what was
Uh,
that?
Correct. So I interned with one insurance company, Bajaj Allianz. So I was an intern with them for around 2 3 months. So this was the off-campus one. I got campus placed in some other organization. So probably, and I did not find that option. Uh, well, I mean, a long run. So probably, I was trying to get into this BFSI space as I mentioned. That from where I got this thought. So Punawala, this journey started in year 2009, right? So initially, I was managing Haryana as a geography, Haryana region as the regional HR. So it was Punawala FinCorp, from I where I learned about all alphabets of this HR profession. So trust me, my journey with this organization was quite enriching in terms of experience and learnings I gained about this industry and this profession also.
Right, right. So, sir, hiring in BFSI sector today, particularly if we talk about banks, so how it have evolved in past decade? So you have been in this industry since long, 15, 20 years. And now, what do you think that the practices have evolved? We पहले कैसे hiring होती थी, अब कैसे hiring होती है? So can you take us through that route, sir?
So देखिए, the ways of hirings have also got changed drastically since this industry itself has gone lots of transformation over a period of years, right? As on date, let me tell you, we have more than 100 commercial banks operating in India, including your 12 public sector banks. There are around 20 private sector banks. There are around 44 foreign banks are there. I think more than 10 small finance banks are there, right? So you can have an idea, about the scope in this particular space. Why, there are lot many new players are coming in, right? Every other day, we know about some new insurance, this thing giant coming into this industry. You talk about Birla, you take about Reliance, you talk about HDFC, ICC. There are a lot many BFSI giants who are probably present in the market. So seeing the enormous size of this BFSI space, and knowing about your competitors. So our hiring practices are also undergoing change every other day, every by every passing year. So lots of digitizations have happened in last couple of years in this industry. So that way, we are also changing our hiring practices, and align with those demands in this market. So as on date, we are hiring from campuses. We are hiring through skill academies like IPB. You have been associated with this organization for almost 5 6 years, and you're there in this market for more than a decade now. I know IPB. You also started in year 2014. It's been more than a decade, and you have been you know, uh, doing this staffing thing for many financial institutions. Utkarsh, I know Yes Bank, Axis, you people are working with them. Kotak, our association is quite old. So the source mix has been changed in that manner. No, you get people from different background now. we are hiring engineers, we are hiring you know uh, people from technical backgrounds, we are hiring from campuses, and likewise you do have for certain roles for which we look at certain amount of experience.
Right, right. And sir, what do you think after taking so many interviews, what makes a candidate stand out? Well, you have hired maybe thousands of professionals. So, what traits instantly grab your attention in an applicant? मतलब वो बच्चा इंटरव्यू देने आया वो लगता है यार ये चीज़ होनी चाहिए तो हम रख लेंगे या what other things you see in a candidate which makes he or she stand out?
So I think it is always the vision, that person carries. When you meet, interact with a person, so you need to understand the psychology, right, and the kind of vision he is carrying in his mindset, in his mind. So problem with probably today's generation is they do not have clarity. I at times I see people are behave they behave in such a manner. When I used to say that although they are jack of all trades, but they are master of none. So ultimate, you have to choose, one goal in your life. I always say option A is option A. There's no option B. So even if you have option B, option B should always be option A. So you choose one industry. You have to have one goal in life. So that is one thing, right? And once you decide that this is going to be your career, this is going to be your goal, so put all your energy towards it, right? So that lack of goal clarity should not be there. So the candidate who is firm in his thoughts or in his vision and knows something about that industry, right, would always give you that confidence, that that is a person who would be who has potential to learn and probably deliver, and that should be the best fitment in your ecosystem.
Right. So यू टॉक्ड अबाउट सर विजन क्लैरिटी वो हम भी यही बोलते हैं कि काफ़ी लोग देखते हैं कि जी वेदर वी शुड स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस और वी शुड डू अ जॉब सो मैं यही बोलता हूँ कि क्लैरिटी होनी ज़रूरी है इफ़ यू वांट टू हैव अ जॉब मेक श्योर यू शुड बी अ जनरल मैनेजर और अ कंट्री हेड विद इन नेक्स्ट 20-25 ईयर्स अगर बिजनेस करना है तो फिर काटा मार दो जॉब को जॉब करनी है तो बिजनेस को काटा मार दो अगर बीच में रहोगे तो देन यू विल not be either this side of the road nor that side and then you and yes you very rightly said कि vision clarity अगर है तो मतलब वो दृढ़ निश्चय है तो obviously you can make a fruitful career in banking sir another thing coming in my mind is when you interview candidates what are the biggest gaps you see between fresh graduates and what do you require or what is your expectation or BFSI sector expectation and what is the biggest gap which you see in the graduates?
uh, and probably what I have observed in last couple of years. So many generally ये देखा है whenever interacting with a fresh graduate, and the kind of responses which he would make, generally response ऐसा रहता है कि I mean people are getting into their accidental career, clarity नहीं है, जैसे मैंने आपको पहले बोला कि
Hmm.
ठीक है सर बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री में है, so they take you as an option, so they do not have clarity, they do not know what is probably their skill set, what is their equipment, but which is their area of interest. So I think they need some guide, or probably they need to reach to a decision wherein you decide आपका traits, depending on your traits, you should decide मुझे फाइनेंस डोमेन में जाना है, whether I should go for marketing, whether I should go for some technical profile, right? So once you have that clarity, then probably you need to uh, uh, recalibrate yourself according to your interest, area of interest, and the industry. So trust me sir, I would say three words: knowledge, skills, and ability. No, so these three things I think when you find in a candidate, that once when you see that candidate has knowledge about that role or this industry, has at least some sort of idea, right? And likewise you need to have that particular skill set for that particular role. आपको marketing में जाना है तो you would look at a different skill set. फाइनेंस में जाना तो probably I may look for a commerce graduate or an MBA finance kind of candidate, from education standpoint. And likewise, different characteristics, you would look at, like when it comes to ability, the kind of potential which the candidate has. So difference यही है सर कि fresh graduates को clarity नहीं है, and likewise they do not know about their skill set. So एक lack of clarity की वजह से they end up with some wrong career decisions. So generally ऐसा होता है. So I think after uh, training institutions like IPB coming in, so thanks to you people know that you have been able to guide people in the right manner. आप सही guide कर पा रहे हैं sir. I think we need such people. We need such probably a set of uh, professionals who can guide these freshers, because freshers do not have any clue. So counseling required, as that counseling is very important, which you people are providing to these people. So I think that is helping them in taking their career related decisions.
Right, right. So, sir, the human side of recruitment. So there is always a story behind every resume. So any memorable hiring experience which stayed with you? कुछ एग्जांपल्स आपने बच्चों की इंटरव्यू ली हो और कुछ अलग हो या कुछ आपको अच्छा लगा हो which you can share with all of us.
So there are a lot many. I do hiring for different roles. There are variety of roles which are there in banking. I do hiring for cashier. All the roles which are there in banking domain. You have for cashier role. We do have branch manager roles, or there are not many sales roles also for NRI services. Your retail branch banking, CASA acquisition. So I remember one experience which I had with one of the candidate, and let me tell you that candidate was from IPB only. So his name is Damandeep Singh. Is still working with us in Karnal branch as cashier. Is doing very well. So when I met him, there was one line. Said, mother, he mentioned about couple of his strengths in his resume when I was interviewing him. He was a fresher and he came through you. तो जब मैंने उससे पूछा, यार you have mentioned that I never give up. So I generally say, मतलब, this is all non-realistic things, which people talk about. Never give up. It cannot be a strength. So I probed him, to understand his response. So to my surprise, he said that, sir, yes, ये मेरी strength है, and you should acknowledge it, or if you do not acknowledge it at this moment now, so I will prove it later. So you hire me, I'll prove my metal. So and he he gave me so many examples related to his personal life. So I had to agree. I mean, some way he was able to convince me, as hiring manager, that yes, no, it can be a strength. And today, that guy is performing wonderfully, and all his parameters. He's an outperformer. So whenever I meet him, she always say, "Sir, मुझे कुछ भी आप target दे दो, I never give up. I told you at the time of interview." So now I accepted it that yes, it can also be strength. So that was one such example which I am able to make. So lot many stories, lot many such success stories which are there across this space.
Right, right. Sir, now fintech and digital banking coming in and they are rising. So how traditional roles are being redefined? तो बेसिकली आप कैंडिडेट्स को क्या एडवाइस देना चाहोगे सर कि these skills will stay relevant in 2025 and beyond that?
After lot many fintech coming in, so one thing which I would like to one advice which I would like to make to all the newcomers or banking aspirants is, so one thing is there, that never feel like कि मैंने अपना education complete कर लिया है. You have completed your formal education. That is a formal requirement. But trust me, in every industry, you talk about any industry, so there is a new thought that you will have to continuously upgrade yourself. मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ आपको. Your hand device, your mobile, will not work until unless you update the software. No, but if you keep getting that notification software updation. Likewise, so you have to understand the industry demands, industry dynamics. So आपको continuously upgrade करना है खुद को. So अभी हमारा इंडस्ट्री का डिमांड बदल रहा है by every other day. Fintech industry is coming with new thoughts, new platforms. Likewise, if you look at the banking side, Kotak Mahindra Bank, we are also shifting towards digitization. बहुत डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म की तरफ बैंक्स भी मूव कर रहे हैं. In earlier days, we used to see long queue of people outside a bank. Now कौन I mean generally sir, we do not see कितने लोग जाते हैं अभी बैंकिंग के लिए. So everything is available on your fingertips. You can use your mobile apps. Internet banking is there. There are a lot many other platforms which are there. So you need to learn about the new technologies, the new terminologies. Accordingly, I think you should realign yourself, right, or redesign yourself. That's what I would say. So, वो continuous education required है, sir. That continuous counseling is required, right? So that way we can keep ourselves aligned, in accordance to the changing demands of this industry.
Got it. So keep on learning, keep on involving will make you ahead and always relevant. Right, right, sir.
Absolutely, sir. I think it's a continuous thing. No, it is the perpetual process. Probably I'll say evolvement would always exist. No, there would be no point. No, when you would say ki, abhi, because after every couple of years, I mean, you see a new change in banking industry, or you talk about any industry. So accordingly, you need to change yourself.
Right. So to my audience, we are left with only one or two questions coming up in my mind. If you have any questions, keep on writing in the comment section. We will take forward with sir after this session, maybe 5-7 minutes more. So sir, आप एक चीज़ और बताइए कि कई बारी कुछ कैंडिडेट्स आते होंगे विच यू फील के दे आर परफॉर्मेंस ड्रिवन कैंडिडेट्स अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं बहुत बढ़िया है बट कुछ लोग होते हैं जो प्रेशर को झेल नहीं सकते तो हाउ डू यू कीप बैलेंस बिटवीन योर एम्पैथी एंड परफॉर्मेंस ड्रिवन तो ये कैसे आप बैलेंस करते हैं सर क्योंकि ये बड़ा मुश्किल होता है हम अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी लोग देखते हैं कि कुछ बंदे तो बहुत काम करने वाले हैं कुछ नहीं करते बट बीच बीच में करते हैं फिर उनके साथ एम्पैथेटिक होना पड़ता है तो कई तरीके के ऐसे चैलेंजेस आते हैं तो हाउ डू यू बैलेंस दीज
So I think there are two things. I generally talk about both the aspects. One is intent, another aspect is content. So problem with today's generation, which I see is they do have content. So through social media platforms, through other platforms, content both as it. But I think they are not investing their time, in the required learning, or probably the required content, which they should probably acquire, the required skills, which they should probably acquire. So that is something of which they are not aware of. So content has it, but intent nahi hai, intent is missing. So I would always be and show my empathetic approach with someone जिसका intent सही है. So at least आपका intent होना चाहिए that yes, I want to deliver my job. So that honesty has to be there. So as long as I am able to see that honest intention in a candidate, I would trust me. I would certainly be empathetic with that person. So you cannot be
राइट
empathetic with someone who doesn't want to do. जो करना ही नहीं चाहता, you cannot be empathetic. You can be empathetic with a person who is at least trying to do something, but somehow is not able to perform. He is not able to deliver. So you can go empathize with him. You can counsel him, right? And probably you can make him capable of doing his job.
राइट राइट so sir one last question and to my audience again if you have any questions keep writing और अगर कभी सर के पास इंटरव्यू देने जाओ तो सर की बात पकड़ लेना इंटेंशन सही से जाना as a leader in talent acquisition sir what do you think what mindset or principle do you follow to stay grounded and you keep on inspiring people
So two things. I although I have reached to, it's been more than 15 years, over period of 15 years, I have reached to certain level in my professional journey. So still, I mean, no, it is not like that I have reached to a level which there is no learning. So I'm still a learner. No, I think I still look forward to certain set of people in my life, and trust me, the way Gursimranji, you have been inspiring, people around you. I mean, you are also one such example, who is inspiring, a lot many people, and you are helping them to shaping up their career in banking industry. So certainly, I'll appreciate that. And let me tell you, you also stand as a source of inspiration for not many people I know, right? So that is something which I really wanted to say about you. So, and at times, there are people around you as an HR professional, as a talent acquisition professional. I think that is somewhere my, moral responsibility also. That yes, I should help people, and probably, making their career. I have to act as an advisor. I have to act as a kind of counselor to the newcomers, people I am going to interact with whenever we visit a campus. So I think, it is always about a conversation which you get into, right? So there might be people, who might be having much experience में छोटे हैं, but they are doing much better than you. So it is not about the experience. I think you should always stay grounded, and you should always have that open mindset. No? When you are in a situation to accept others' ideas, appreciate others, take their suggestions, learn from others. Learning. So two things which I would say: learn, unlearn, and relearn. Because abhi I think the just now the time change or across industry, and now we know the kind of generation which is coming up. So you have to be very quick, in your decision making. So learn, and sometimes you might need to unlearn certain things. Let me tell you, and again, no, you might need to relearn. So this is something which one should accept, one should understand, in order to ensure that yes, I would grow in my career. So these kind of thoughts would only help you, in moving up the ladder in your professional journey, wherever
Right.
you go, any industry you choose.
So थैंक यू सर फॉर योर काइंड वर्ड्स. आई स्टिल रिमेंबर कि ज़्यादातर हम बोलते हैं इंडस्ट्री में किसी भी अक्रॉस एनी इंडस्ट्री के एचआर वालों की नाक थोड़ी सी ऊंची होती है, बट यू हैव ऑलवेज स्टे ग्राउंडेड, हेल्प अस टू ग्रो के ये चीज़ें बच्चों में सुधारो और ज़्यादा अच्छी हायरिंग होएगी. So thank you, sir. Thank you for inspiring us. And sir, there is a question by Sumit Talwekar. My doubt is that, sir, when we go off for a campus interview, most of them asking for experience. But as freshers, we are here to get experience but didn't get chance. So, sir, please share some insights on this.
So Sumit, those I would like to tell you, that when you talk with a confidence, your confidence speaks loud. It speaks louder than you. Let me tell you, right? So when you would be able to speak with confidence, when you have knowledge, when you have the capabilities, right, for a certain job which you want to perform, or any industry which you are looking at, which you are aspiring for, right? So trust me, if you have that confidence, if you have that knowledge, if you have that set of capabilities, you would outshine in the interview, and that recruiter will certainly be able to see through your confidence, see through your capabilities, see through your knowledge, and trust me, that would take you, to a kind of career which you always dream of. And now we have lot many skill academies, like IPB is there, Guru Simran ji is, I think the kind of people, they people are making ready for the industry, for cashiers and lot many other roles. I think you can learn from such institutes also, right? How thousands of freshers are getting placed. So you cannot say that a fresher is not getting considered. Certainly, they can be considered. So it is not about the experience. I think it is all about your skill set, your knowledge, your confidence.
Right. So we have another question from Little Isha. Sir, how can we face the interviews in a smooth way? So one thing you have already said, sir, your skill set, your knowledge, your confidence with which you, anything else, sir? So how we can face interviews in a smooth way?
So, Isha, so I would tell you, whenever you are going for an interview, right, for any particular role or any for any organization, first and foremost, learn. You should have thorough clarity about the role for which you are applying for, and you have to align your probably yourself with the role. You should have thorough understanding about that industry, about that role. Once you have that, I think there can be no roadblocks in your career. I mean, certainly. What else? What else? A recruiter would look at. So you know about the job role. You have the capability to perform that job. You know about that industry. So that is what a recruiter would look at. So these are the things. These are the required probably skill set or the kind of acumen or attitude a hiring manager is looking for. That's it.
So you talked about sir confidence, attitude, skill set, knowledge. बट द प्रॉब्लम है सर आजकल ना जेन जी आ गई है अभी भी मैं न्यूज़ पढ़ रहा था कि अभी पहली बारी हुआ है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये कर दिया है कि अगर आप जल्दी जल्दी जॉब छोड़ोगे तो यू हैव टू पे टू दी एम्प्लॉयर सम कंपनसेशन अभी 2-3 दिन से काफ़ी ये अच्छा डिसीजन हुआ बिकॉज वी हैव सीन इन आर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑल्सो के लोग आते हैं 2-3 महीने सीखते हैं फिर वो कहते मज़ा नहीं आ रहा कहीं और चले जाओ लाइक हमारे टाइम में तो हमारे पेरेंट्स बोलते थे कि एक जॉब करिए है तो 10 साल करियो मतलब ढंग से करियो ऑनेस्टी इंटीग्रिटी दीज वर द बेसिक्स एंड द कॉमन सेंस बट नाउ डेज दे आर स्विचिंग लाइक एनीथिंग 3 महीने यहाँ किया वहाँ 2,000 का ग्रोथ मिल गया वहाँ शिफ्ट कर गए वो बट आई एम थैंकफुल टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जिन्होंने ऐसा डिसीजन लिया कि अगर आप जल्दी छोड़ोगे तो यू हैव टू गिव सम कंपनसेशन अदरवाइज bonds were not legalized in India. So
Correct,
now
correct.
it has become, and I think there will be some more acts or coming up. So thanks to all these and मेरे ख्याल से आप भी ये challenges face करते होंगे सर बैंक्स में भी लोग सीखते हैं भाग जाते हैं
Sir, there's a famous proverb, which says, "Rolling stone gathers no moss." Rolling stone gathers no moss. So, likewise, anyways, it goes for a businessman, for a business person who keep, changing his business, will not be able to become rich in life. Simple as it. So, likewise, आप job में भी, sir, I mean, look at the current mindset. अगर आप frequently job change कर रहे हैं, you're becoming a job hopper. You're probably going switching from one place to another. आप industry change करें, आप job change करें. It means you are not able to accept that role. There is no acceptance towards that role. So until unless आप जब तक उस role को accept ही नहीं करेंगे, right? So you won't be able to inculcate those characteristics within you. So आपका you won't be able to create yourself. So when you get into it, medical profession, so doctors cannot change their profession. So anyways, it is one such profession. So likewise, that mindset is there. So unke case mein, I think the scenario is that they have completed such they have took some professional degree through which they cannot change the profession. Otherwise, you have to understand. But beyond that, there is a mindset that they have you know uh, chosen that industry for their career. So likewise, हम क्यों नहीं कर सकते sir? We do need to have that kind of clarity. And until unless जब तक आप stable नहीं होंगे, तो you won't be able to grow. If you won't be able to grow, you won't be able to realize your dreams. You won't be able to fulfill your dreams.
right
You have to set a goal, and then you should put all your energy towards it. अगर हम frequently job change करते रहेंगे, तो trust me, you would end up in your career very soon, and you will not be able to reach to a level which you have always been dreaming for, तो वो आपका goals achieve नहीं हो पाएगा sir. So
Right. So there is one question from Dolly, and then there is a question from Kashish. आपने confidence की बात की sir. So Dolly is asking, how could I build confidence in an interview? During the interview, how can one have that confidence? So मेरे ख्याल से अगर आप वो में वो skills हैं तो confidence अपने आप ही आ जाता है.
absolutely, absolutely, Dolly. So I think I just mentioned that confidence would happen automatically if you have that skill set. If you know something about particular industry, particular space, particular domain, or any role you talk about. So confidence is what it falls. It gets reflected, through your word of mouth, through your knowledge, through your wisdom. So you should have that wisdom, that knowledge. If you have really worked hard, you have acquired certain skills. You have gathered that knowledge. That will make you confident. So until unless do not uh, have that knowledge, you have not invested much, in collecting a particular insight about that role or industry, you will not be able to speak with confidence.
Right. And so we'll take last question from Priyanka. So she is asking, how do you assess cultural fit for your organization during hiring?
So I think that's a good one. Would really appreciate this question, Priyanka. So this is again the most common issues, common probably problem every uh, TA professional, HR professional is dealing with cultural issues. So certainly, as I just mentioned, uh, I think you should not restrict yourself to a certain culture. That openness has to be there. So मैंने अभी आपको बोला sir, that you uh, there should be a wholehearted acceptance. अगर हम किसी प्रोफेशन को या जॉब को एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं, so the acceptance has to be 100%. There is nothing like 99% acceptance of something. Acceptance would always be 100%. Either it's 100% or there's no acceptance. So until unless you accept something, you won't be able to probably settle there. वो आपका एक स्मूथ आप स्मूथली सेटल नहीं कर पाएंगे आपके प्रोफेशन में, ट्रस्ट में, राइट. So you should not restrict your mind to certain things. So come out of that mindset. Remove those blocks. Remove those limitations. So confinement से बाहर आना पड़ेगा सर. एक confined thought से बाहर आना पड़ेगा. So when you say, when you come out of a college, you're entering into a real world. So you need to understand the outer world, which is completely different from the your college world, wherein you get into this dreamy world. There would be something. So reality check would always happen when you you're interacting with the real world. So come out of those uh, your own set barriers, your own set limitations, right? So only then you'll be able to align yourself in the culture. So culture is nothing but it is made by the people. So let me tell you, every organization is good, every job role is good. You only make the culture.
Right, right. So there is one another question, sir. Janvi Dwivedi is asking, how do you handle stress in the banking sector?
See again, I think let me tell you, there is no stress. There is nothing called stress. There are people who are enjoying their job, who are enjoying their lives, right? So stress, there can be no physical stress. Although I can agree, there can be no physical kind of stress, or you need to sometimes you need to manage with your working hours. Otherwise, as long as you are able to perform your job, you know your job, and so you should know about the time management thing also. It is required in every job. It is required in a student's life also, right? So you learn from a very early age. From the age of a student, you know about all these things. Time management. Know how you need to probably figure out your daily stuff in a manner through which you can manage in your studies, education, and likewise in banking also certainly. So banking hours, trust me, it is no, we also work for 8 working hours. Certainly 9:30 to 5:30. It's an 8 hour job. So as long as no, know your job, no, you'll be able to outshine. No, there is a lot of growth, and when you look at no your growth, no, when you know aspire for some positions from some growth, there's no stress. Then automatically your stress would turn into passion, and then passion would only take you to those positions to that level in your life. So that's it. And
यू वेरी राइटली सेड सर, हर जगह ही प्रेशर है, पर प्रेशर को कन्वर्ट करना है स्ट्रेस में या पैशन में, वो आपने खुद देखना है. सो एंड देयर इज वन अनदर क्वेश्चन. हाय अभिषेक एंड गुरसिमरन, एनी advice for the people seeking out for senior level openings? So you can reply on that, sir.
okay, so see, I don't know, probably the context of this question. If you are trying to understand that which all platforms are there from where we can hire senior people. So I mean, if my understanding is correct, so I would like to tell you, we hire people from all platforms. We go to campus or particular about senior position, right? So there are a lot many job opportunities which are published on our career website. You can visit our career website. So whatever senior positions are there. So those are you can view all those, and all those positions on our career website. You can apply for the, certain roles through that portal. So through LinkedIn also we keep making lot many job posts every other day about so many senior roles, right? So you need to reach out to the concerned person, to the uh, either through a company website. You can get to know about our senior positions which are open across various geographies, or you reach out to the concerned HR, right?
Right, right. So we talked about, sir, intent, vision, clarity, confidence, culture. So any last words before we wind up, sir, from your side? So regarding how the students can enter into the BFSI sector, or if a candidates want to enter into the HR role of BFSI sector.
So as I said in my probably initial this conversation. So specifically about HR, if you talk about, so first of all, no, you should find the real side of you. आपको डिस्कवर करना है पहले खुद को, that decide, I mean, you have to take the decision that yes, this is going to be my profession, this is going to be my domain of this thing, career. आपको in case specifically if you want to get into HR, there are a lot many growth opportunities which are happening across industry, across geographies. Every other day we get to know about new financial players which are coming into this BFSI space. So lot many growth opportunities are happening. This industry is still kind of revolving, and uh, uh, lot of development is happening across industry. So definitely, you do have a very good career in BFS industry. Looking at the current industry demand, looking at the kind of expansion which is happening in our economy. I mean, India is such a enormous economy. Wherein there's a huge scope for this industry. When you look at this economy, I mean, we are almost the third largest economy across the globe. So the contribution of BFSI becomes quite significant. So likewise, you can have an idea the kind of job opportunities this industry would provide to our freshers. So lot many bankers are needed across industry. So there's a huge demand for all the roles, all the domains.
Right. So you can go through the career websites and LinkedIn, where
Right?
you can have knowledge about
Indeed.com also. There are no lot many job portals. I mean, right?
job.
So from those portals also, you can get to know about the job opportunities.
Sir, we have been getting more questions like how to be positive, how to handle stress. I think we have talked about in length about this. So last, I'll take this Arjun Dutt. Sir, please tell about handling office politics.
I don't know, Arjun. Probably if you're a working professional, you're a banking professional, or I mean, if you, by any chance, if you have had any such, experience, which probably caused you to ask this question. So, office politics, I think, I would say only one thing: mind your own business. Simple. Mind your own business. Focus in your job. Focus on your goals. Uh, so, office politics में कौन पढ़ता था मतलब in simple words I would like to tell you, I think who is aimless or probably who is not focused, who is not focused, who is not focusing on his job, who is not focusing on the key responsibilities or whatever tasks given to you, you're not focusing towards it. So that way probably as we say empty brain is a devil's workshop. So khali dimag shaitan ka ghar. So you'll find such people everywhere in your personal life, no, probably outside your personal life, any other industry, you can meet such people. Stay away from it. Focus on your goals. Focus on your job. It is not going to impact you at all. It is not the reality. It would only be having some meaning at least. No, who get distracted, due to such bad stuff which might be happening around us at this moment at any space, at any probably any space in this world. It can be happening anywhere. So you just have to stay focused towards your job. As simple as it.
Right, sir. Right. So we have to stay focused. That's only we will be out of the politics and we will be able to have that real growth in personal and professional life. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time and hope to stay connected with you outside this LinkedIn live talk also. Whenever I'll be in Gurgaon, I'll meet you, sir. And thank you once again, sir.
Thank you so much, Guru Simranji, for having me here. I think it was wonderful interacting with such a large audience outside my banking world. I could have that understanding, what people are thinking about this industry. Because I know, I mean, they also need someone who can clear their doubts, who can clear their probably apprehensions kind of thing. And certainly, I'm always there. And that way, I think we have to help each other to grow in our life. To and certainly, we are also making our contribution towards development of our country, and that's how our economy grows. So we have to help each other. This world cannot move without helping each other. So as simple as that, right? So we all need each other, right? So thank you so much for having me here once again, and it was really pleasure talking to you all. And please, in case you have any queries or doubts, I would love to answer them. Please.
Right. So you all can message Abhishek sir on his LinkedIn profile or to me. And thank you for being the lovely audience. And thank you, sir, for your time. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Simranji, for helping newcomers, freshers. You people are doing wonderful job. IPB has been able to help industry also with a lot many skilled people which we are getting through you. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you for the wonderful thing which you are doing for this industry, for this society. So I'm always there to help you for any session, for any interaction, any sort of conversation. If I could be of any help, I would love to make myself available anytime. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.